Hi everyone, this time I'm here for a review of the last season, or better, season 4, right? We still have one more season, I guess. Um, this was an interesting season, and it kinda end up, if we forget the last scene that we have, the extra scene in the end of the episode, it could be the end of the series. Like everyone of the group join up. They then, oh, okay. I mean, not everyone, right? But most of the only ones that are the old Elite 10 would be the second years, right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was only the second years. All the 3 years, of course, graduate. Uh, they leave school. Yeah, we know. And most of members of Polestar, or we have also Akira, Alice going and becoming Elite 10 members. That was very interesting, and in the end, of course, we knew that uh, Soma and Irina would win the tournament. That was like obviously we are the main characters. We're not gonna lose uh, unless we are like a big revolution. Wait, no, how's the term? Let's stay with big surprise, right? And maybe the next season would be about, okay, we got expelled, let's try go back. But yeah, I don't think would happen this way. They had opportunities to do something like that in the first or second season, and it will be basically very similar to what we already done with this season. But we still have mysteries um, concerning, or maybe just I have questions uh, about some of the things that happen in this season. For example, our main villain. It looks like, or maybe it's just me, but especially I was thinking that for some of the last episodes of the season, but it's specifically on the last scene that we saw him talking with Gin and Joichiro. Something happened to him. Maybe something before. Maybe something before. Okay, let me explain this better. Maybe something after what happened to Joichiro and before he got into the Nakiri family, which would explain why he go to the Nakiri family. Or something that happens after he becomes part of the Nakiri family. And between that and um, Irina's birth, okay, or maybe not, because the thing is, we don't know how, we don't know. Okay, my question. Okay, mm, I think what happened was after. It was none of the two that I just say. It was after Irina was born. Sometime between Irina's born and what we saw with him taking care of his daughter, right? Why I'm saying that? Because he apparently was part of the family for a long time, right? I mean, not, I don't know how long time, right? Um, he probably knew Sensei for a long time when he was in school. Of course, he was a member of Legend, and Sensei was his director, so of course he knew it. Which will explain why, and somehow he ended up meeting his daughter, which we still do not see, right? The mother of Irina. Then he marries with her. He had Irina, and until there, we do not knew or heard anything that he did wrong until there, because we know that he got expelled, and he got expelled is not the word. In this case, he got banished from the family or something like that, which would explain things that he did with Erina, right? So again, it could be that it was something before Irina's born, but I think something happened when Irina is had like it could be that he was already messed up, which is not that surprising because we saw him as a kid, and he was even before what happened to Joichiro kind of mess up, but not that much. So a lot of things will happen, right? And when Irina is born, especially with the god tongue, maybe it triggers something on him, and he say, "Oh yeah, that's my opportunity. I'm gonna do this." Yes, it's just like how I gonna compare with this? How people just say give money to the person and you're gonna see their true colors, right? Um, it's basically like that. In his case, was not money because I believe he was already rich before going to the school, or it looks like. Um, okay, I'm judging him by how he looks, but most of the people in Totsuki are really rich, with very few exceptions. And back in his time, and even right now, what triggered him was the power. In this case, the power of God Tongue that his daughter has. So that's my prediction. I say prediction. Um, I don't know who's going to be the villain of the next season. It could be him again, but I don't think it's going to be. Maybe, and this is going to be shocking, maybe he's going to appear as one of the good guys. Because I feel that he will have a redemption arc, and we're gonna even if he's not turned to be like one of the helpers, major helper of the series of the season, I feel that he's not gonna be a villain. He's not gonna do any harm to anyone. I think we're gonna see him again, and or he gonna be like in a side and not gonna do just gonna watch, or he gonna help us. Either way, I think we're gonna see more of um, his background, what happened to him, what other big thing happened in his life that changing him so much. Um, and we have this new character, right? Which we don't know much about him. Um, Definitely don't know what he is up to, but he may be the next villain, or he's the next villain, or he's the next big rival. You may say, what's the difference? Well, in this season, for example, we have the next big rival was Tsukasa, right? He was the top student of the academy and all, um, number one of really 10, and but was not a villain, right? He had some opinions that would sound not exactly like a good guy, but he was completely manipulated, and he kind of was a villain because he was in the opposite side, but he was more like an opponent, not exactly a villain. Um, and the major villain was, of course, a zombie. So I don't know if this guy gonna be the major villain of the season, or just a new rival for someone. One more. I do want to see a lot of I want to see a lot of how the characters change. We kind of see a little in the last scenes of the episode, right? Shun is way more proactive, for example. And again, when I say I want to see how the characters change, it's not just for the main characters, right? Some are gonna be the same. He almost did not change. Um, and but we see some major character development like Irina, like Megumi, even Shun, as I say before, Nene, which basically only appear in the last in this season, right? Season 4. I know that she appeared before, but only really appeared in this season. She was there, and we knew her name, but you was that her. And this season she finally appeared. Um, I also was expecting much more for the now last, right? Now next 30 years, right? Which means Satoshi, Kuga, Nene. There's one more. Who it is? Oh, Aizen. Yeah. Um, I feel okay. I'm gonna say it's kind of my prediction together with expectations. I feel that of all these four, the one that probably gonna show more is going to be Satoshi, because he's kind of is already since the beginning a main character. He kind of got away from like a long time. I think a full season and a half, something like that. Um, and the last season was the first time that we really see him uh, in the fight and in the not background. Come on, I forgot the term. Um, in front, okay, and I don't know. I feel that they probably gonna make him a more important character in the season as well. Don't know about Nene. I feel that if you're gonna do Satoshi an important character, I feel you should and could tag Nene with him. Now, Kuga, I would love to see Kuga and Aizen be more important, and we're gonna see him then more. Kuga acting as a rival of Soma, maybe even um, as a rival of Akira. I don't know. Um, I think would be very interesting. Aizen, Aizen showing his full potential and stop trying to make stupid things when even when he could easily win. This would be very interesting because I say that multiple times. I like Aizen, um, but he sometimes is an ass. Come on, we know that. Um, I don't know. I also want to see. I'm really expecting to see what changes Adina is doing. Like we see a little. Um, Apparently now we had a lot of duos in Academy with alumnis, which is something that we never see, at least not officially in the normal days of the Academy, right? In some event, this could happen, right? But it was not something that even in events would happen normally. So yeah, it is good. And now all the Elite 10 are way more open than we have with the old, right? They are usually always like challenging, but then again, it could be more that the Dilitan itself is more open and not is necessarily a rule, because it looks like it was more that someone wants to challenge everyone, Akira also wants to challenge it, like, and they themselves decide that. Um, Again, then being Dilitan, they could also change the rules, but yeah, I think it's that. I still want to watch the episode, so I see you guys in season 5.